Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
My name is Greg Smith. I'm from Birmingham, Virginia. Everybody putting stock in Archie Manley, this Manley kid out of Texas. He haven't played for 3 games. So how can y'all sit there and say that he's going to be a generational talent? He haven't played for 3 games in college. He still got 2 more years. And all y'all putting y'all stock in him about drafting him next year. He might come out to be a bum just like any other quarterback. So how can y'all do that? I guarantee you haven't seen him play now a game. You just going out what you done heard.
Actually, I have seen him play, and I saw him play in high school when he was in Louisiana. But relative to the question, Spencer, it's traits. He's big. He's got a strong arm. The last name doesn't hurt, but that's the thing. He has the traits of an elite quarterback.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the last name part of it, because I do think that's the biggest reason everyone assumes he's going to pan out, right? Is he's a Manning, and we've seen 2 of these guys go to the highest level. One being one of the best quarterbacks of all time, the other taking down one of the best quarterbacks of all time on multiple occasions, and always seem to arrive in the biggest moments. And so we kind of, I think, are just conditioned to assume you see the last name Manning, they're going to be a great quarterback. But yeah, there's certainly the elements to him as a player and his stature and the traits that he has that tell us he's going to be good. Sometimes those don't equate to success in the field. I can understand where the caller's coming from in terms of we haven't seen Arch at the college level all that much, and that's very fair. I think that's why everyone's going to have like all eyes on the Ohio State-Texas game this weekend to see Arch's sort of debut as the true starting quarterback at Texas. And, you know, if it could be the start to a magical season for Texas, for Arch to maybe win the Heisman, for him to make his case to be the #1 overall pick if he decides to come out. I think everyone's certainly fascinated by that. Yeah, he's still got to go out and do it for sure on the field. But I do agree with you that all the signs that people look for in these players coming out of high school into college, the being the 5-star recruit, all those things are there to tell us that he should pan out and be a really, really productive player for both at Texas and then at some point for an NFL team. So we'll see if it all comes together this year. That Texas Ohio State game, like I said, is going to be an awesome way to start it off. But yeah, I'm anticipating that Arch is going to be a really good talent when he gets to the NFL.
Yeah, you start out with 6'4", 6'5",
yeah,
mobile and an arm, and at that point it's like, okay, let's see how he plays. But the characteristics that you can't teach, he seems to have. We'll see.
Well, and the mobility part of it too is interesting because that's something that Eli and Peyton weren't really great at, right? Like his uncles weren't really mobile, but him having that element too, I think makes him even more of a fit for this age of college football, or this age of college football and the NFL. So it'll be interesting to see.